welcome back to my part 2 of Let's Play Skyrim as Victor Von Doom. We have gotten a good night's sleep after escaping Helgen, and now, first things first, today we need to get some heavy armor and a mask that covers our face. So we need to sell some of what we already have to make the money to get the materials to make what we need to make. So we're going to go talk to this blacksmith here.
Fancy rolls.
Yes, can I use your forge?
I see no harm in it, if you have the skill. The grindstone will improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make something new.
What have you got for sale?
The finest weapons and armor.
Do you need any help around the forge?
Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to be pretty proactive about editing this footage right here. So we're not sitting in menus for minutes upon minutes upon minutes. I'm going to do all the things that this guy's asking of me, and I'll be reading the dialogue, of course.
Whatever you need. Buy Ysmir if it's simple and strong. I can forge it.
Here is the iron dagger.
Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there.
He says as he sits at the grindstone. So, waited for an hour so he would get the hell up out of my way so I can do the thing with the grindstone. Of course, I'm not going to be using weapons, so I really won't be using grindstones very much in my playthrough, but yeah.
Whatever you need. Buy Ysmir if it's simple and strong. I can forge it.
I have sharpened the iron dagger.
This looks good. You put time into your blades. They'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack. Until next time.
Alright, now we're getting into some stuff that's actually going to be useful for me in the long run. Now I'm going to need to find some linen in order to make the green cloak I'm going to want to eventually wear.
You looking for a new blade?
Here's that leather you wanted.
Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need.
Now, as far as heavy armor goes, all I can
Okay.
make right now is iron, although one of the mods does give me a couple of steel helmets that I can make right away that will look good. Here's a hide
What?
helmet.
I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there.
Alright, almost done with all of this. I'm going to
Until
then be
next
able to
time.
sell these items that I'm making, plus some of the other non-armor stuff to make some more money.
Iron or steel is what you need. Leave that fancy elven stuff to the elves.
I've tempered the hide helmet.
You have talent. Keep working at your craft, and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforged steel, huh?
Alright, next I need to go to the traders to sell all of our non-armor stuff so I can have enough money to buy the steel and iron ingots I need to make my starting armor.
One of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that. Yeah, well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
Yes, what have you got for sale?
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Alright, the mage robe and the mage hood were really the high value items that gave me most of the money to make this starting iron armor plus the helmet. So let's put those on. I already made the helmet. So it doesn't quite look like this. It actually has a couple of horns coming out of it, but it's a good place to start. So let's throw those on, take a look, and I mean, arms are bare, don't have a cloak yet, but it's a good start. Alright, I should probably head to Whiterun while the sun is still up, so I can hopefully get a side quest to go to the bandit camp that has the transmutation book. There's apparently only 2 of them in the world, one at a bandit camp that's north of Whiterun, and then another elsewhere. That'll probably be the easier one for me to get, so yeah, and the road's not too dangerous, although I should probably have a companion, so let's go talk to that wood elf, do a little side quest for him, and that way we can have him watching our back. Apparently, on Legendary, the companions still do full damage, so it'll be very convenient having him helping me out with any enemies that we come across from between here and there. I was expecting to find him over here, but hey, there he is, coming across the bridge, heading to work. It's still early, I forget.
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not. Maybe...
Tell
Never
me
mind.
about this Sven.
He's a bard, so he says. Occasionally, he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him. As if she would say yes. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I hope.
You're right. When have words ever inspired feelings of love?
I don't need your jokes right now. But maybe you have a point. Maybe Camilla needs some help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I've matched that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly.
Alright, so we're going to need to go talk to Camilla. And even though I don't really necessarily care about this, I do want the companion, so there we are.
Maybe you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother.
I have a letter for you from Sven.
Another poem, I bet. He does know how to make a girl blush. What's this? If that oaf thinks all I'm going to do is stay in that filthy house of his and clean, You can tell Sven that he already has a mother. I'm not speaking to him anymore. All right, then.
Alright, easy peasy. Lemon squeezy, whatever the phrase is. That's one of the easier little quests. So let's go back and let him know about the good news. And that way then we can get on the road to Whiterun.
Tell me as soon as you've given Camilla
I don't
the
think
letter.
Camilla will be spending any more time with Sven.
I appreciate your help. Please, take this. Some gold I've saved up from working at the mill.
Follow me. I need your help.
Lead the way.
All right, we are in business. Let's head straight out. Now, when we get to Whiterun, we are going to need to get more food because I've pretty much eaten everything of good value already. So I need to get a lot more food stuff to keep me going. Salt is important. What else do I need in Whiterun? Obviously, I'm going to talk to the Jarl, and probably end up sleeping in the inn. If we have any encounters along the way, I might have more stuff to sell. Might have some skins to turn into leather. Let's see. A couple of wolves, but nothing too crazy on the way down here. It looks like the weather's changing. And we are approaching one of the first Civil War checkpoints that we will have come across. Now this rain is really cold. I'm noticing at the upper, near the compass, you can see the frosty symbol, meaning that I am now losing body heat, which will affect me. You can see my stamina bar's got a permanent debuff on it right now. Well, not permanent, but a debuff from, I believe, fatigue. Yeah, I'm not going to interfere with whatever this is. I have a bad feeling about that. Alright, yep, checkpoint. I wonder if I need to talk to him before I go in. Well, doesn't look like it. Let's head in. And we can now head up to the city gates. For those of you who have never used the checkpoints mod, I'm sure that looks radically different than you're used to. I think it makes a lot of realistic sense. A strange jester. Have no interest in that. I have no interest in the Dark Brotherhood storyline. Strange. Wonder what those two were doing under the bridge. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Alright. Yep, there's the notice about cold. So I'm probably going to want to stand next to some fire once I get inside the city gates. Get warmed up. Take little warm breaks. That's going to be much more important in other cities like Windhelm. So that I don't freeze to death. Now, if I was Nord, that wouldn't be as big of a concern, of course.
Report. The city's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Alright, servant, let us go inside the city. And there's some fire right there we can get warmed up next to.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
See the singular top should switch over, meaning I'm warming up. I'm not purposely trying to listen in on these people's conversation, but it is what it is. Alright, warmed up enough. Let's go up and meet the Jarl. So, let's, even pretending for a moment like I don't know this city like the back of my hand. Obviously, we got a made road, and then this obviously looks like a little market area. Jarls tend to live higher up. Let's check to see if any of the other apparel I have is warmer. So the clothes are the same as the armor, and the boots are as warm as it gets, and the torture hood is about the same as the helmet, so this is as warm as it gets for now. I'll need to make even if I can't make the green cloak, I should at least make some kind of cloak or cape of another material, at least until I do have those linens to use to make the green cloak. Alright, so heading up as high as possible because that's obviously where the person in charge would be. You know, poop rolls downhill and all of that. And so this looks right. Dragon's Reach discovered. Excellent. It's too bad you don't get experience points for discovering locations like you do in Fallout 4. That's a nice feature that I like about Fallout 4. You can get a little extra leveling up just by exploring, whereas here you have to actually use your abilities. Alright, let's approach slowly so it doesn't look like I'm in attack mode.
What would you have me do then?
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruth is not receiving visitors.
I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then.
Who's
The
this,
Jarl will
then?
want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
The Imperials were about to execute Ulfric's Stormcloak. Then the dragon attacked.
I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains.
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Well, I will not say no to steel armor. Let's go ahead and throw that on now. That's going to look a lot nicer than the iron armor I made myself. And I'm really glad he didn't give me like a hammer or a sword or something stupid like that I wouldn't want to use anyway. Yeah, throw a cape or a cloak on this, and this is not too bad. Not as good as steel plate is going to look, but it's better.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
And what does this have to do with dragons?
Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from?
So what do you need me to do?
I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity
Anything
itself.
you can tell me about Bleak Falls Barrow?
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there.
How do you even know this stone tablet is in Bleak Falls Barrow?
Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
Uh-huh. Is that a table for weapon enchantments I see behind you there?
Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin.
And where can I learn more about magic?
A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold.
Good to know. I think we are done here, court wizard.
You know, if
This
you've
is
got
a
the
priority
aptitude,
now.
you should join the
Anything we
Mages
can
College
use to
in
fight this
Winterhold.
dragon or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgroof. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
All right, with that out of the way, we've got a few more things we need to do here. So I need to go buy some food, and I need to make a something to keep me warmer, so a cape of some sort. Let's do the cape now. I've got those wolf skins that I got earlier, so we'll turn those into a leather cape. Let's throw it on and see how it looks. All right, not bad. It'll do for the moment until I can go into a dungeon of some type and find some linen. It's usually found around Draugr. Now, of course, I need to be careful because of the difficulty. Let's sell the rest of our junk, and
Store's general goods. Welcome indeed.
once we've sold the rest of our junk, we need to figure out what we're going to do next.
Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second.
Alright, well, I am tempted to
Do
go
come
ahead
back.
and go get that transmutation book now. I mean, I got a companion. What's the worst that could happen?
I think you're bleeding. Good health. Must have. Well.
You know, on second thought, maybe I'll just get some food, do some smithing, make some daggers, sell them, get a good night's sleep, and then come tomorrow morning head towards Riverwood. Yeah, I think that's probably the better plan. Alright, I know I said I was going to use the Warrior Stone because the smithing was going to be my main focus, but I need to get some combat in, and if I'm going to do combat, then I suppose I should probably go activate the Mage Stone so that I can level up my magic use and cause more damage. Okay, with that now, we're going to head back down the road a bit and find some combat that we can handle, which means Ember Shard Mine. Now there's usually bandits.
Check it out?
Yes, I want to check it out. So there's usually bandits up here, so we want to be ready for that. And I want to make sure that my wood elf servant is sticking close. Ready? Ready? Alright, let's do this. Alright, so I don't see anybody. Okay, I'm being hit.
Take this and hold on to it.
This is not a good time to be talking to me, jackass. Alright, so wolf. Alright, let's set it on fire. Get up to where it can't get me. It's the worst timing when someone comes to talk while I'm being attacked. That's just the worst. So he gave me something, and there'll be somebody else coming to talk to me about that item. I kind of want to know what it is. Alright, so there's nobody else up here. And, yeah, we're clear to go. Now, I checked my inventory, and what I was given was some enchanted iron armor, which I'm just going to keep. So I just told him where the other guy went, and did not give that item back. I'm going to de-chant that. It's enchanted with Fortify Heavy Armor, which is super useful for me.
Take extra care you don't.
Alright, push that down. That didn't seem to alert anybody. I want to check for traps, make sure there's nothing that's going to fall on my head and kill me. Night vision would be useful here, but it is what it is. Oh, there's a tripwire up there. Alright. I kind of remembered that there was something along those lines in here, so we're just going to walk around that. Now, I don't know if there's anybody up around this corner, so let's bring a familiar in. And don't trip that wire. Okay, good. Nobody seemed to be alerted. Now, as long as Farandal, or whatever his name is, can not hit that wire, we'll be good to go. Nothing around that corner. Alright, let's double check and make sure. Oh yeah, look at that. He went around. Good job, buddy. Alright, there's some voices. So we got some people up ahead. I've already got a familiar present. So I've got a healing and my fire ready to go.
Don't forget the rock trap.
Just set some fire, get the familiar running forward to distract them, and then I can just hit him with short bursts of flame. I'm using short bursts because I want that damage over time to get the maximum use out of that without using all of my magicka. This is working out very nicely. Trying not to hit my familiar with the flames as well. Alright, he's down, so I'm going to back off. Oh, someone's already down there. That's good. Oh, he ran into it. That's a bad manservant running into my flames. Alright, it's not hurting him that bad, so I don't feel so bad. Alright, let's check these bodies for any healing potions they might have. Check for any other potions might be around. I can do more thorough looting once I've cleared this whole dungeon. Pickaxe is always useful. Alright, let's get in position for the next batch of bandits. What you doing there, buddy? Are you feeling bad about the men who were trying to kill us?
Bandits are desperate men.
Yes, yes, they are. Good. Well said, buddy. All right, so we got drawbridge. There's going to be a switch. I believe the switch is up there. Now, I don't think there's anybody else down here, but let's just take it slow just to make sure. All right, there's nothing around these corners, nothing down there. All right, let's just head up here then. And nobody in here. Yeah, there's nobody up here. All right, I didn't think so, but all right. So as soon as I hit that switch, those bridges are going to go down, and I believe that's going to bring more bandits out. Let's see if there's anything I want to grab before I do that. Might as well grab this wine. All right, we're going to flip the switch, and then I'm going to put a familiar right on the bridge. Just like that. And hey, level up! Woohoo! All right, let's now save technique. Just gonna hit him with small bursts of flames. Keep that damage going. The sounds of their screams is music to my ears.
That's it? That's all you've got?
Alright, well, I'm hitting my own guy, but he's resilient. Alright. He's good. Okay, that is going to be too far. Yeah, definitely too far away. Alright, I'm out of magicka, so we need to drink some potions. Might as well. And then let's go help out. No point in taking it slow now. Alright. Don't really have enough magicka to bring another familiar up, so let's just get a nice line on the bandit and help out with some flames. And that was bad. There we go. Excellent.
That takes care of that.
And I set you on fire again, but you don't seem too mad about it. I'm not too mad about it. Alright, let's loot these bodies and let's get a little bit of sleep so we can level the F up. Alright, I have given this some thought. I've got 2 perk points to spend because of one of the mods, and so the first one I'm going to put in heavy armor. Alright, armor rating of heavy armor increased by 20%. You gain a small amount of heavy armor experience when wearing 2 pieces of heavy armor in combat. I have my chest piece and I have my helmet, so that will count. Alright, the other perk I am going to put into destruction, not conjuration. Alright, will cost less magicka and will do more damage. Good to go. Alright, now we can take this bridge over and move into the next section. Now, if memory serves, there should be one more bandit that's near like a treasure room, and then a larger open area with more bandits. So let's take this nice and slow. We're going to get up on this next one, and I'm going to conjure my familiar so that their attention will be entirely on them. Yeah, here's the treasure room. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that spell book and some of this gold. So I know we're close. Let's put the familiar right about there in the light. Just like that.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Alright. Once she is fully engaged in combat, I'll just find a nice angle with which to help out. Like that. Oops. There we go. I missed. I can't get a good line on her. There we go. Alright, she is hurting. This battle is all but won.
Well,
excellent. Let's loot her body for potions, and we're going to head into this room and see what we can grab right away. Alright, treasure chest. What's in here? Nice. Definitely some valuable items. So I'm going to give this bow to my companion. I can de-enchant those, and I can sell that potion. Doesn't do me any good since I don't use weapons. Alright. And with him gone, now I can reconjure him once we get further up here. So, is there anything in here? Doesn't look like it. Don't want to pick that lock because, again, I don't want to unnecessarily level up skills that aren't really useful to me. Otherwise, the game will get too hard too quick. Alright, so here's that big open area that I remembered. I think there's a little room off here to the side as well. Make sure there's nobody sleeping. Alright, nope. Grab some of this. Alright, so I think one of them is working down there. Let's see if I can get a line on him. There he is. Alright. Familiar there. Come straight up. Companion's already down there. Alright, let's go help out. Yeah, that archer up on the bridge is a little bit concerning, and there's somebody coming the other direction. That's a orc with a giant sword. I do not want to take him on one-on-one. So let's get down here. Try to hop over the familiar. No. Alright, I got hit, but I've moved around. Alright, I'm in a good position now. Shoes down, or whoever was on the forge was down, and the orc is doing bad. Now there's still that archer. Let's come down here. Oh, yep, that's an arrow. We'll switch to healing, and let's heal and find some cover. That's another arrow. Alright, get some cover. Alright, I am just about out of magicka. So, I drank all of those potions, I believe. So I just need to give it some time. Hopefully try to draw some shots from the archer. Heal as best I can. Alright. Oh. Ha, missed. Missed, motherfucker. Alright. Magic is slowly returning. Almost full health. There we go. Alright. At least if I'm full health, I know I can take an arrow or two without dying, so I'm going to try to make a run for it and get further up so I'll be able to use my conjuration spell a bit more directly. Alright, I'm just gonna go for it. I am gonna go for it. Magic is almost halfway back up. Oh, I still got a couple potions. Alright, let's just chug those down. Now, okay, now we're definitely going for it. I want to put the familiar right on that bridge, if I can. There we go. Alright, excellent. So you're in trouble, because you're all by yourself, and you're basically facing 3. So 3-to-1 odds, I like it. Keep him burning, keep him or her burning. And boom. That should pretty much clear this... Oh, not dead yet. There we go. Alright, that should pretty much clear this space out. So I'm going to do some looting. Found a nice book. And... yeah. That pretty much finishes this place off. Excellent. Alright, so great. We have our first cleared area on the map, Embershire Mine, and we leveled up. So my plan at this point is to head back up, switch back to the Warrior Stone, head down to Riverwood, and do some smithing. That way I can make some iron daggers, if nothing else, get my smithing ability up a little bit more, get a good night's sleep, and then I think we're going to need to head back to Whiterun and make use of that enchanter's table to learn some enchantments. From there, I don't think the transmutation book is something that I'm going to be able to do yet on the difficulty that I'm playing on. So I think a better plan at this point is to head to the college and learn a lot more about magic. Mostly so I can get that conjuration ability up. I did just learn clairvoyance as well. I'm not sure. I've never really used clairvoyance, so I don't know if it is as useful as, say, like telekinesis as far as leveling up quickly. But I want to get my magical skills leveled up, so that I can learn some stronger spells and do more damage. That way I'll be able to handle other more complicated areas, like where I'm going to find that transmutation book. And then I'm going to start leveling up much, much quicker. Thank you so much for checking this out. We're going to call it a day at that, and I will see you all again very soon. Thank you so much, and stay safe out there.